You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
I'm Smiley the dog. I am a mutt. I'm Smiley the dog. I'm super smiley. I have a cat, 2 sweets, the travel kitty. I have a good girlfriend, Angel's really pretty. I have a pony and we share a big horse. We have a big yard, yeah, we have to, of course. I have a pool. In the summer I stay cool. We do a fountain, live in the mountain, live high on the hog. Need to be a spokes dog. I'm Smiley the dog. I am a mutt. I'm Smiley the dog. I'm super smiley.
Woof and Super Smiles. Welcome to a Super Smiley adventure on Pet Life Radio, the largest pet radio network in the world. I'm Megan Blake, the pet lifestyle coach, here with my co-host Super Smiley, the national spokes dog for the American Humane Association Hero Dog Awards. Here on a Super Smiley adventure, we explore adventures where animals lead. They can be journeys for animal advocacy, for adventure and fun, and they almost always lead to paths of inner discovery and greater bonding with our pets. As the pet lifestyle coach, I travel the country with Smiley, helping people adopt the right pet for their lifestyle and then help train them so they keep that pet forever. As the Hero Dog Awards spokes dog, Smiley helps honor these amazing hero dogs, and he shares this profoundly deep human-dog bond with everybody. And this is why Super Smiley and I are so excited to introduce our guest for today. We have with us the top dog winner of the American Humane Association Hero Dog Awards, Ellie, and her person, Leah Brewer. Hi, Ellie and Leah.
Hi, Megan. Thanks for having us.
We're so happy that you're here. And first, congratulations on winning the top dog at the Hero Dog Awards.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It was an exciting experience, and we've had a wonderful, wonderful year of doing a lot of things, introducing a lot of programs, and we're looking forward to
doing a lot
this year.
Leah, you all have been doing so much. And Leah, so our audience can get a visual of the Hero Dog Awards, because it is a amazing visual. It's an amazing star-studded event, and I mean mega animal-loving stars like Betty White, Victoria Stilwell, and Donald Trump. He was there via a pre-recorded video. It's a real red carpet event in Beverly Hills with all the stars out to shine their lights on the dogs. And so what was it like for you when you first saw that sea of stars and that red carpet? What was that like?
Well, to be totally honest, it was scary. I'm from a small town, so that was a whole new experience. And I don't believe I was alone in that. There were a few people there that it's not something that you experience every day, but it was exciting at the same time. So we were able to do some amazing things that we had never done before and get some recognition to these hero dogs and the amazing things that they do. And so I'm just excited for this year's winners and know that they have a lot of fun and adventure in store for them. So
that is absolutely right, Leah. And let's see some of the categories. They have military dogs, police dogs, search and rescue, service dogs, hearing dogs, guide dogs, and Ellie won. Tell us about Ellie's category and what she does.
Okay. Well, Ellie also won the therapy category. And
therapy dog.
What that entails, right, the therapy dog category. And basically, the way that I shared in campaigning for the competition told what we do. And that is we visit a retirement home, we visit 2 schools, we do safety programs for children to learn how to properly interact with dogs. And we also provide real-life meet and greets for Ellie, being a pit bull also, so that people don't have that negative stereotype. So with being in the therapy dog category, she really does a lot of things for providing comfort, support, being a reading buddy. She has all areas of what we do in our community to help others. So
that's wonderful. And did you just say a reading buddy? Is that what you said? So Ellie's a reading dog, right?
A reading buddy, yeah.
Tell us about that. Tell us.
Well, she has a reading program that I started originally at my public library called Tail Wagging Tales. And so if a child is trying to build up their literacy, trying to build up their confidence, Ellie is a good listener. She doesn't judge if they make a mistake, and she'll sit there and provide comfort and ear for them to enjoy reading. It helps them to look forward to reading a book and reading to her, and they enjoy it. And so then that will help them go out into the classroom or, reading groups, and they build their confidence up so that they're better readers.
That is so wonderful. And I understand firsthand because Smiley has been a reading dog too with his Super Smiley Kindness program. And it really, really works. And Leah, we're so excited that you're here. We want to hear more about you and beautiful Ellie and your year of holding the leash of the top hero dog right after this break. Smiley, can you wait? Good boy.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
I'm Smiley the dog. I'm Super Smiley. Let's rock!
Pet Life Radio, the #1 pet radio network on the planet, joins forces with iHeartRadio to put the power of your pets in your pocket. Awesome! Download the iHeartRadio app and rock Pet Life Radio on your phone, on your tablet, on your Xbox, in your car. Pet talk, pet tunes, and fun pet times. Pet Life Radio and iHeartRadio. Positively Possum.
It's dinner time in America, where more pet parents trust PetSmart for natural and expert-recommended foods than any place else. And now, we've added more than 100 new varieties to our already wide selection of your favorite brands, like Simply Nourish, Authority, Wellness, Science Diet, and more. Do what's best for your pet. At PetSmart, happiness in store.
Go to PetSmartDeal.com to find out this week's coupon code and save up to 30% on food, treats, toys, and more. And get free shipping on orders of $49. Go to PetSmartDeal.com. PetSmartDeal.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
And we're back on a Super Smiley adventure with Leah Brewer and her top hero dog, Ellie, the winner of the American Humane Association Hero Dog Awards. Leah, so to give our listeners some insight about Ellie, you mentioned that she's a big girl. She's a pit bull, right? So tell us a little bit more about that, interacting with her as a large breed, interacting with people.
Well, and that's was important to me from the very beginning. The plan was not originally for her to be a therapy dog. The plan was originally for her to be a well-mannered dog in the community. Okay. And then, of course, then her direction went in a different way, different path. But, yeah, she's, I don't know, I want to say maybe 65 pounds. And so she always understood around the elderly and around children to be gentle. So that was kind of her temperament just in general. And so in training and obedience and teaching her different things, it just helped her flourish. And, you know, she loves giving the high five. And so that's a good, safe greeting for people when they're meeting her. But yeah, she's a thick girl, so I have to watch her cookies in training to keep her weight down, because when her vest starts getting tight, then I know, okay, we've got to back off some stuff. So
that's so
and
funny.
She doesn't seem to intimidate people in any way now, because I think everybody knows her, and I've had her out in the public enough to where people have met her and know that she's just a sweet girl, even though she's big and some people may think she appears to be a little intimidating. They really want to meet her. That's important.
And I've met Ellie, Smiley and I have met Ellie, and she is so gentle. She just has this gentle, almost retreating energy. I don't mean that like fearful. I just mean that she's introspective. I think that's the word I would give to Ellie, but just from my observation. She's just so sweet. She sits there and she is a very good listener. She just takes in the environment. She's very beautiful, by the way. And I would imagine that she had actually helped people who were fearful of her. And that's just people projecting their own fear. It has nothing to do with Ellie or even many other large dogs like Smiley, for example. It seems like she probably has helped people overcome their fear of large dogs. Have you experienced that with her?
Yes, I have. We were actually in Staples the other day picking up some printouts, and the woman at the counter, she kept looking at Ellie, and she kept looking at me, and then she looked back at Ellie, and she said, "She's beautiful." She said, "But I'm scared. I'm scared of pit bulls."
Yes.
She said, "But I really want to come over and meet her because she's so calm and she just has that gentle appearance." And so I had a staff member come over and demonstrate the high five because it's just so cute. And the lady ended up building up her courage. And that's the one thing that she said. She said, "Well, she know I'm afraid of her." And I explained to her that Ellie did know. You know, she could see fear in people. But because, like you were saying, she has that retreative demeanor about her. She's not an in-your-face kind of dog. and let him invite her over. Yeah, so she built up her courage. You know, she kneeled down on the ground and interacted with Ellie, and she actually got a little emotional. So,
really?
It was a pretty strong little situation there with that meet and greet that day. I think she had wanted to meet a pit bull but was afraid, and she was familiar with Ellie, and so she trusted us. So made me feel really good, really proud, and proud of her. That's what I told her. I said, I'm so proud of you for opening your heart, you know. And she was just captivated by Ellie, because Ellie was just sitting there. She knew she was afraid of her, so she didn't actually, you know, she didn't look at her. She didn't stare at her. I noticed with Ellie, she'll actually give her back to people if they're afraid. So.
Oh, she's an amazing dog. And what I love about this story is that it sounds like that lady actually had a real breakthrough. And who knows how that will affect her in other parts of her life, that she might be afraid to do something. I mean, like all of us, you know, once you conquer one challenge, then it's like, wow, I did that. I can maybe go do something else. So that is just so
beautiful.
Build
up that bravery. Yeah, build up that bravery and tackle other challenges in your life, and that's just the beginning. You know, that's just the beginning. So that was very monumental for me to sit there and watch with great pride, to know that she did it, to know that my dog helped her. And, you know, that's the thing. When we go out, when Ellie and I go out every day, it's almost like an adventure, because we never know. We were just in Staples picking up printouts. You know, we never know what's going to happen, but I take every opportunity I get to educate, to allow Ellie to make friendships, and, you know, represent a therapy dog, represent the American Humane Association hero dogs. We just take every opportunity we can.
Absolutely. And Smiley and I totally understand that along the exact same lines, Leah. I want to share with you that Smiley and I, we go to a coffee shop in Malibu almost every day, and the person came up in a wheelchair and was, you know, smiling, very interested, like they wanted to engage. And I let Smiley go see them. I told him he could go see them. And Smiley walked up, let the person pet him, and then he went and sat right beside the wheelchair in like a perfect heel, just offering his back like Ellie does. And it's amazing how brilliant these dogs are and how attuned they are. That's the right word. When they found their path, they're just so attuned. You would agree with that, right?
Oh, definitely. And, you know, people ask all the time, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? I want to get into therapy. And that's the thing. Smiley displaying that behavior, Ellie displaying that behavior. Not every dog is the right dog for therapy work, because they have to have that temperament. And it's just like something in you and I to be able to go out with our dogs and do it. It takes a special team, a special dog, a special person to do that sort of thing. But, you know, obviously in the beginning, you have to work on the manners. The dog has to have the temperament. And if it's meant to be, it will happen. You know, it will work out and it will happen, and you'll be out there changing lives too.
Absolutely. And back to the actual Hero Dog Awards, Leah. Last year, I remember there were so many wonderful dogs that had won their category, and we congratulate Ellie. She completely deserved to win the top dog. But I remember one that stood out for me. There was a service dog that attended a young boy, and the young boy had actually died several times and had been resuscitated. So he was just terrified to sleep at night, and his mother had to sleep with him every night with her hand on his chest to make sure he was still breathing. That's the only way he could go to sleep. But when he got a service dog, he could sleep in peace because his dog was there. Do you remember that story?
Are you talking about 2013, the service?
Last year, yes. It was just an amazing story. Were there any others that really struck you in any of the other stories that you remember about the dogs that were there with you?
Oh, yes. And I think you were talking about service dog category Bronx.
Yes.
Bronx, the winner.
Absolutely.
The German Shepherd. Yes, Bronx and Chris. That was a phenomenal story. And, you know, last year, it was just such a powerful experience. You know, you can't even find words to describe it, because it just was. It was so powerful. I cried from the time they started the first story to the time that they announced Ellie. I was just sitting there just crying, because they were all so amazing, so powerful, so strong. But I'm right there with you with Bronx. All of them were incredible. But also, you know, I remember John D. John D stands out for me because Ellie had cancer. She had a stage 2 tumor removed right before we came to the Hero Dog Awards, probably 6 months or so, maybe even less.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I was so worried that John D was going to alert to Ellie Like,
oh, right. Explain to everybody, because John D is a scent dog, SCENT.
Right.
He's a search and rescue and a cancer scent dog. Okay, so go ahead.
He can actually detect cancer. Sorry.
Yes.
I left that part out.
That's all right.
So, yes, he's a search and rescue category winner for 2013, and he's a canine scent detection dog. So he can actually detect cancer cells. And in knowing that, I was afraid. I was afraid that John D was going to alert to Ellie because she had just had cancer removed.
Right.
And his story was just so powerful. And not only, finding people with being a search and rescue dog, but changing someone's life, being able to say, yes, they have cancer, or no, they don't.
It's amazing.
That's incredible, yeah. So there were so many that stood out for me, but in our relationship of reaching out to Donna to make sure that John D wasn't going to turn my world upside down when I met him.
Right. Well, I'm glad it all worked out. And yes, all these dogs were amazing. And Leah, when you won, what was that like? Because all the dogs were so amazing. I know no one knew who was going to win because everyone, it was fabulous. But what was that like when you won? Well,
I literally couldn't move. I know people were like, well, where is she? Why isn't she getting up, going to the street? I could not. I couldn't move. My legs were like cement. I could not literally get up for a few minutes because I was in such shock. And then instantly, I'm like, who are we? There's 7 other amazing dogs that could have easily been walking up to that stage right now. So, I had a little bit of a reality check in the fact that Ellie won, and it was just so many emotions in there again. I was crying, you look beautiful. You were beautiful, eloquent. You looked so beautiful, and Ellie just was so poised, and she was absolutely. We were just so proud of both of you. And Leah, what do you think makes a hero dog? I don't even know if I could answer that question, but I have to ask. What do you think? And that's a tough question, and
it is.
I was asked that in her tribute video. And every time I went to answer, I would mess up because, I always wanted to hear what other people thought of Ellie being a hero dog. And I remember Cindy from the Bayberry saying that Ellie was a hero because she helps people. She helps comfort Jeff. She brightens their day when she comes to visit them at the retirement home. And, then I heard Trina talking about her son Josiah, where Ellie helped give him the confidence to read, and he was actually making better grades, and he was a happier little boy. And so to me, hearing what other people had to say about Ellie meant so much. And Ellie's my hero too, because she just gives me a purpose to go out there and do good things. And she's my little partner, my little co-pilot. And just like in the video that I said, Ellie and I like peanut butter and jelly. We literally are, So she's my hero too. But to put it in words, it's really hard because she's so many things.
I totally understand that. That is a very, very hard question. But no, you've answered it on many different levels, Leah. And we want to hear about your year holding the leash of the American Humane Association hero dog, Ellie. But first, let's take another quick break. Super Smiley, can you wait? Good boy.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
I'm Smiley the dog. I'm Super Smiley. Must rock.
Dogs leave fur wherever they go. It collects all over the home. There are many tools designed to stop dog hair spreading, but their effectiveness varies, and afterwards you have to clean the tool, then the floor. With the Dyson Groom Tool, you simply deploy the bristles, then gently brush the coat. Loose fur is removed, while dead skin and allergens are captured by the vacuum. And to clean up, you simply release the trigger.
To get this awesome Dyson Groom Tool, go to DysonDeals.com. That's DysonDeals.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff Werber, host of Ask the Vets with Dr. Jeff here on Pet Life Radio. Please join us at our new time on Sundays at 9 a.m. Pacific Time and noon Eastern Time to talk about your pets.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
And we're back on a Super Smiley adventure with Leah Brewer and the American Humane Association Hero Dog Awards top dog, Ellie. And Leah, we could just talk for hours and hours, and we sort of alluded to this, but Super Smiley told me that he was a therapy dog. My mother had kind of crumpled on the stairs, not when she was on a walker, didn't hurt herself at all, but was just sitting there and couldn't really get up. And Smiley walked right over to her and sat right next to her, really grounded and sat there. My German Shepherd was trotting back and forth like, the human's down. What do we do? But Smiley was just sitting there. And I looked at him, and I'd never thought of having a therapy dog, but it was obvious that the dog was a therapy dog and I needed to get training. And he has led me on the path of the crisis response dog and the flash mobs. Do you feel like Ellie has led you on this path? How has she contributed to this entire path and mission?
Oh, definitely. I do massage therapy as my pain job.
Yeah.
And so my job is to help people. They're tense, they have muscle constraints. My job is to make people feel better. But with Ellie, that's her job. That's her job to make people feel better. And, I do feel like it was a path that was laid out before us, because it's just been the different situations where we've been pulled in directions where people need us. And, being open to it and accepting invitations. And, of course, in the beginning, it was difficult because of the type of dog that she was. We did get some doors shut in her face. But, I never gave up. But, yes, I do. I feel like, we're leading the path and she's leading the way. Instead of the human leading the way, I feel like she's leading the way. And I've just enjoyed the ride because it's just a beautiful thing. I have a lot of pride in watching her do her job.
Absolutely.
It's such a beautiful thing.
I completely understand that, Leah. And so tell us, what have you and Ellie been doing this year as the top hero dog team? Can you tell us about one of your appearances, just one of the things you did?
Well, we joined the American Humane Association, State Farm, the U.S. Postal Service, a lot of other organizations. We all joined together for American Veterinary Medical Association's Dog Bite Prevention Week.
Oh, I love that. Tell us about that.
Yes. And, we were invited to attend the National Press Club conference where we all, in the different arenas, had the opportunity to educate. Now, Ellie was invited there to demonstrate, to do part of the demo with Prevent the Bite on a demonstration of the proper way to interact and the safe and proper way to interact with a dog. And then, of course, she was there with the AHA to talk about her win and why she was a hero dog. Justin Scully, he got up and did a speech about it. And also, Ellie learned a trick.
Okay.
She delivered a package of prevention, and she did it with the U.S. Postal Service. And so basically, we all joined forces to hopefully help with this bite epidemic. It's children, seniors, and postal workers.
Yes.
Are the top 3 people that are affected by dog bites every year. And so it was really important. They actually shared a little bit. Well, they shared some in stories, and they shared a little bit on the evening news that night. And so basically just trying to educate people about safety, about things to do with being a responsible pet owner. And then, of course, with children interacting with dogs the safe way. That's how you prevent dog bites.
Right.
So
that's also
really important.
Yes, it is. It's very practical information too, that we all can use and we all can learn from.
Right.
And in your hometown, your and Ellie's work continues. What are you doing there? What do you have coming up there?
Well, we kicked off, and I always say we because Ellie and I are.
I do too.
It's like Ellie's doing all these books, and it's kind of funny. But anyway, Ellie and I kicked off a dog safety education class. It was actually a course at Towner Middle School. It's going to be part of the curriculum now. Each year, the 6th graders are going to get this class, kind of like they would if they were in driver's ed or having to do this safety course. It's required now as part of the curriculum at Towner Middle School.
Wow, that's great.
For dog safety education. It's actually some material, it's a test, and then at the end, they get a little certificate of completion. So makes them feel like they accomplished something.
Yes, that's huge.
And we also do a demonstration, too, of Ellie's paw safety steps, teaching, it's just a little simple PAWS steps that they can remember anytime they want to interact with a dog. And it's really safe. And then with the children's program. Now, this month, I'm getting ready to kick off my community pet program. And so I'm trying to reach the children, and now with the community pet program, I'm trying to reach the responsible pet owners. Because if you have the children educated, you have the responsible pet owners educated. That's basically what happened when I came back from D.C. from the Dog Bite Prevention Week. You know, I was really inspired to do more. And so that's where my community pet program came from. And in that, also, it's a test. It's like a test and a certificate of completion, but it goes over safety. You know, you need to be prepared in case of an emergency. You need to be responsible to ensure community safety for all. And then you need to know your local laws. You know, if you have a leash law, then that's important that you leash your pet. Right. It's a law, you know, so...
That's right.
So we're kicking that off this month, and we're still doing our visitations at the Bayberry over the summer, and we're just keeping busy.
That's wonderful, Leah. And are there going to be any events where people, if they're in your area, that they can actually come see Ellie? Any public events?
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Tell us.
Well, we've got the Peanut Festival coming up next month, and you know the dates on my phone. I'd have to look at my phone for it.
Oh, that's then this is in North Carolina, so everyone knows, right? North Carolina. Right. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the Peanut Festival is actually in Emporia, Virginia, that we were invited to. Okay. And then Bark for Life is actually in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and that's in August as well, or is in October. I have to look it up, Megan. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's all right. That's all right. Because you know what we'll do? Is there do you have a Facebook page or a way people can follow Ellie's activities? Tell us about how people can follow what she's doing. Because there's so many things. I can't keep up with all Smiley's activities. So I'm sure you can.
Well, that's the thing. I should be able to tell you the dates, and it's like
no, it's all right. Tell us the Facebook or your website.
Yeah, Ellie the Pit Bull on Facebook. Okay. And her website, of course, www.elliethepitbull.com.
Oh, that is perfect. And I love it because that's really, really easy to remember, too. And I know from my personal life, animals are healers and teachers, and Ellie's life is all about that every single day. But for you personally, in your heart, what has Ellie taught you about life? What have you learned from her?
Patience.
Oh, really?
A lot of patience and more of being with people that don't understand. You know, I have to take a step back. I used to get a chip on my shoulder when people would give her a look, you know, because she's important to me, and I don't want people to think badly of her, but yet they do. Right. You know, some people
because of her breed. Yeah.
Yes, and acceptance. You know, accept everybody. You know, accept everybody because we're all different. We're all here for different reasons. And, you know, the patience and acceptance, and then, of course, the love, you know, the pure love and joy that I see her provide, it spills over into me. So just having that more open heart.
Oh, I love that open heart. And you may have just answered this with what you said, but Smiley, when I look, is so communicative, and people look at him and he looks right in their eyes and he smiles. And Ellie is the same way. She's got a different demeanor. Smiley's out there smiling, but Ellie's more reserved. But her eyes, there's still this deep, deep connection with her. And if she could talk right now, what would she want us to know about her work or about Hero Dogs? What would Ellie say in her voice? What do you think she'd tell us?
Well, with Hero Dogs, I think she values what that does. She had the best time meeting all the Hero Dogs last year. She made buddy with Brock, the service dog category.
Yeah.
Her and Brock laid butt to butt while we were in there in hair and makeup. And I don't mean Chris being in hair and makeup, of course. Little young Chris, but his mom was in there. And so I think she holds a lot of value with the fact that dogs. It's almost like what can dogs not do? They can do so many things. So in getting the message out there of, you know, therapy dogs, of cancer detection dogs, of seizure alert dogs, it's just incredible. And, you know, the people that have pets, if they would take up more time with their dogs, they would see what they can do.
Absolutely. I agree. I love that. I love that you said that for Ellie just then. I'll say thank you, Ellie, for sharing that. And Leah, Smiley and I, we're just so proud of the work that you and Ellie are doing. We're so happy that we know you. We're so happy we got to know you. And we also want to thank the American Humane Association for asking Super Smiley to be the American Humane Association Hero Dog Award spokes dog for 2 years. Good boy, Smiley. And for awarding beautiful Ellie the Top Dog Hero Award. Congratulations again to Leah and Ellie. It was so great.
It changed our lives. It really did. It changed our lives. It gave us a better way of expressing who we were and having that tribute video to share, having the stories to share from the Hero Dog Awards. It really did. I would have never had the opportunity to experience something like that in my life.
No, that it's very, very unique and very, very big, very grand experience, and you all deserved it. And we want to also invite. Oh yes, meeting Betty White. Betty White is there. Yes. She is a true legend and icon. Oh, and maybe I'll post this picture in our slideshow because we're going to have a slideshow of you and Ellie here on our radio show. But Smiley, everyone knows he always looks right at the camera and smiles. Looks at the camera and smiles. I don't know how he knows to do this, but he just does it. But in his picture with Betty White, he didn't look at the camera. He reached back and is kissing her right on the face. So he knew, Smiley knew Betty White was the place to go in that picture.
That's right.
Yeah, she's amazing.
They know.
They do know. They do know. And Leah, I know you want to invite everyone too. Want to invite everybody to join us at the Hero Dog Awards in Beverly Hills in September, and also to vote for your favorite hero dog. All that information is at herodogawards.org. And Leah, one more time, tell us Ellie's Facebook so we can make sure to keep up with you all. Say it again, please.
Well, was it Facebook.com/Ellie the Pitbull? I think I'm saying that right.
Yep, just look for Ellie the Pitbull.
And then website EllieThePitbull.com.
Perfect. And everybody can also visit Super Smiley on Facebook at Super Smiley, which is also really easy, and at supersmileydog.com. So Leah Brewer and Ellie, congratulations again on being named the American Humane Association Hero Dog Awards Top Dog. And thank you so much for joining us on a Super Smiley adventure.
Thank you, Megan, and thank you, Super Smiley. Appreciate it so much.
Oh, you are very, very welcome. And from all of us here on Pet Life Radio and a Super Smiley adventure, we hope you all enjoy all your adventures with your amazing pets. And until next time, woof and super smiles.
Let's Talk Pets every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.